Hello, my name is Mason Irby, and this presentation I will be discussing my strategies from the business simulation game. I went into the business simulation game blindly. I definitely didn't do as much preparation as I should have on the front end with getting used to how the game is set up and getting used to the type of questions and the type of scenarios that would be placed in front of me. I didn't take as much time getting familiar with the player's guide as I probably would have liked to. My strategy at first was to go for the good image. I wanted to have a great credit rating. I wanted to have a great image rating. I wanted to sign a lot of celebrities. I wanted to do good things in the community with charitable donations and energy initiatives and green materials and all these things. That's where I wanted to focus a lot of my efforts on, in hopes that that would shoot my stock price up and that my products would be bought more, and so then my profits would go up. And that went all right, but it didn't get me to the level that I had hoped that it would. And stubbornly, I stuck to this strategy for several weeks in hopes that it would turn around at some point. And it got me somewhere around the middle of the pack, but definitely not the success that I would have liked to have had. I stuck with that for a while, up until the last probably 3 weeks, about year 11 or 12, I started to go for some hit or miss type opportunities. I was having a lot of leftover inventory, and so I decided that I would stop producing as much and try to use that leftover space for private label operations. And I went for it in hopes that the bids would be accepted, and it turns out that they were not accepted. And so for back-to-back weeks, I took big losses on not having full inventories, and so then not being able to sell my product and not being able to bring as much revenue in and not being able to profit as much. And so in back-to-back weeks, near the end, I suffered losses more than what I would have hoped. But for the last week, I decided to take off those private label bids, and I decided to focus way more money on marketing, which honestly is what I should have been doing all along. I put a ton of money into marketing, and so then a ton of money was put out to getting my product out in view of buyers, and that is where the profits came from. My last week was a huge turnaround, and it was great for me because that it really showed me a lesson in really how marketing can affect a quick turnaround, because I went from 82 out of 110 overall score to a 92 out of 110 overall score just in the span of a week. And so that was one of the lessons that I learned, is not to be so focused on all the ins and outs of operations, though it is very important. But the number one priority is to make your product and to sell your product. And so for me, the best way for me to be able to sell that product was to get it out into the community, get it out in front of people's eyes through marketing, and ended up having huge profit turnarounds in the last year. I would say that I didn't achieve my goals. I didn't fully achieve my goals, I'll say, but I did learn quite a number of things through this game. I think it was very beneficial to me, the possibility of being a manager of a firm someday. And though I didn't reach my goals, I did get pretty close to where I wanted to be at the end. So overall, I think it was a very successful endeavor. Thank you.